Here, just outside the city of Gluckstadt, we have a home from one of the top builders in the area that's been built for over 50 years. And this particular floor plan has been one of the most popular, best-selling floor plans that they have ever made. And now they're building it right here in Madison County. We're gonna check out what they did differently, what they did the same, and all the things you're gonna love on the Weekend Home Show. Here he is outside just before it starts raining. I'm feeling the drops. We got to hurry up. Charles C. Mack. Lacey, what we got today?
Jared, that little sprinkle feels amazing.
It does feel good, actually.
With the breeze, it's cooling me off a little bit, but guess what? It's not hot yet, but it's going to be hot.
It's getting there.
Anyway, what do we have here, Jared? We have a home that's just over 2,400 square feet. We've got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and this is going to give you 2 guest bathrooms. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I guess kind of, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to it, y'all. This yard is actually humongous compared to what we've been showing. We got a big front yard. We even have a big backyard, and it's pretty flat on top of that. Because in Thornberry, you can catch some that actually have a little slope, but this one's perfect.
Yeah, you do get some elevation, some things in here, but this neighborhood's in a great location. I mean, close to all the new growth, but you don't really feel like you're in it. You got the space between the houses, so I don't know. I like it out here.
And you said it was in the county, right? So you don't have the city taxes.
That's right.
That didn't mean it's not going to come knocking though one day.
Oh well,
because they've been annexing.
There's 2 cities that it might come knocking one day, but yes, as of right now, it's not.
But anyway, what we got here, y'all, we got our landscaping in the front here. We do not have landscaping in the back, but I love the aesthetics of this one, Jared. We got the lap siding. We got regular brick that's light. It's not painted. We got our black accented garage doors.
I like that contrast.
It looks really good. And then we have our black accented windows and front door, as well as our gables up there, dog houses.
The gables, the dog houses.
I totally messed that up, y'all.
That's all right. We're going to keep rolling because, yeah, you do have the dog houses up there, which just gives it a little, I think, texture. There's not a 2-story house. So that's just your attic space up there.
This is just proof this is not scripted.
It is not. We haven't scripted nothing around here.
We have our nice soffit lights shining down at night on these garage doors to help with the lighting out here because, you know, we do have some street lights. We do have the sidewalks, but it might get a little dark out here in the county. So that's just going to help with lighting out this way. But let's get on to no, let's don't do that just yet. How you like our board and batten here to contrast with the brick and the lap siding, Jared?
I like that, and the black accent and windows tying in those contrast elements.
Yeah, and we hadn't really talked about it, but you got a long driveway right here. So you've got plenty of parking off street at this one as well. But let's get on to the inside. Now, Jared mentioned a little earlier that, you know, Shoemaker Homes. Well, this was listed by Scott Shoemaker, worked closely with Scott in the past. We'll continue working with him on into the future, but they've been around for 50 years, the company, and built an excellent home.
They do. They do a great job. And y'all, if y'all are looking for a home like this or something totally different anywhere around the Jackson, Mississippi metro area, or maybe even the entire state of Mississippi, we can help you out. We can get you hooked up wherever you are looking, even on the sell side too, Charles, right?
That is right. We can help you sell those homes just as well as we can help you buy them.
Well, that's kind of what we do here on the channel a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
I think so. Y'all reach out if y'all need some help. It's right there. Call, text, email. Call this man right here. Say, C-Mac. Jared told me to call you, and I don't know.
I will say this, C-Mac is sticking because people are calling me C-Mac.
So, see there, it's working. Y'all do that. But y'all, let's check out the rest of this inside this home because we got a lot of cool stuff here.
So I'm going to have Jared spin around. As we walk in, we've got a little foyer area here. Jared's backed up into that dining space. It's only one dining area, which maximizes the space in the home. But you got a huge window looking out. You got this nice light fixture shining down. We've got the engineered white oak wood flooring. And as we walk over here into the living space, we got our gas stall fireplace that's ventless. And how do you like that? I like that tall mantle, Jared.
It's basically right about as tall as you are.
Yes, it is. It is tall. It makes me look probably short. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. We got our nice built-in here. And then, of course, you got your windows looking back onto that back patio.
I got to look up because this is one of those things I do really like about the houses that Shoemaker Homes builds.
You get a lot of vaulted ceilings.
That's not the only one. Y'all stick around. You'll see some more of that.
That's right. So we got the vaulted ceiling here that helps give a lot of height in this space. And Jared's actually backing up into the kitchen here. You've got a refrigerator over here to my right. And Scott's got this out there. These are 2 be determined price points homes he's got coming in the neighborhood as well. They're also 4-bedroom, 3 baths. So if you want to know more about those, reach out to me. I can get you more info on those. But we got a nice little bar area over here with quartz countertops. And we got this nice square, light tile squares here, Jared. They kind of got a little roughness to them. Can you see it back there?
Yeah, I like the texture to that.
So nice texture there. And then, of course, this could be a coffee bar over here. I don't know, Jared. I messed up.
Oh, you could do
Because
that.
I would probably put my coffee bar over there.
Yeah. I think
So you got the display here with the nice glass see-through here. And this would actually be perfect for the coffee bar. Anyway, we got our island with our sink, and I would call this a brushed gold. And then, of course, you can do this here as you're rinsing off some food items or dishes and things like that. And then you've got your nice pendant lights coming down that are also gold with the glass globes. And behind me here, we got our 5-burner cooktop that's General Electric. We got a nice vent hood here. And then we even have these nice little gold pulls, knobs, pulls here, Jared. Handles here as well. And then we got our electric. So you got gas cooktop, but electric oven. And this is perfect.
perfect height.
This is perfect height. Perfect height, y'all. Short King approved there. That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at when I was over there talking. But anyway, we got all this counter space obviously here in the kitchen. But as we go this way, Jared, you know, when we go the other way, I'm going to show you something that's part of that kitchen. But let's do this first.
All right. I was wondering if you were going to mention that or not. We got a little surprise coming up over there. But here we got a full bathroom here in the hall. Cut the full with the tub, shower right there. So not just a half bath for your guests. They got a
So that's guest bedroom, bathroom number one. And then of course we got the built-in here for storage for your linens and stuff here. And right here they got the black pulls and the plumbing fixtures in there where your brushed nickel. And so we come down the hall, notice the 8-foot case openings here, and they've got the extra trim at the top. But you also got it here on the 6-foot as well.
I like that.
And then we've
touch.
got, do what now?
I like that extra touch.
Yeah. And what do you think about this, Jared? That floor there? Do you like that touch?
Kind of like a chessboard there, Charles.
Yes, the multicolored flooring has come back. We've seen it in multi-million-dollar homes and all the way down to this price point. But we got our quartz countertop here. We got a sink with our plumb.
We got the hanging rod too, Charles.
We have the hanging rod. I'll keep wanting to call this a plumbing fixture, but the satin nickel plumbing fixture there. And then of course you got your broom closet back here. And then you've got an additional counter space so you can kind of fold here as well. And then a washer and dryer. We have a drop zone here. And I like what they did here. They got the opening here so you could easily put some shoes and stuff down there. And then you have this closed to do some caps or things like that. And I like how, you know, some just put the hooks in the sheetrock. I like how they add this additional here to give it extra support. And for the people that like the 3-car garage, I give you the best of both worlds. We have a wall, but it's not a complete wall. So you have wall and no wall, so half wall. Anyway, we have a storage area here that'd be great for garbage cans. And you got 2-car garage here. You got the single bay here, but this single bay is big, Jared. Sometimes I feel like they're a little narrow, but this one's wide.
Yeah, sometimes they're cramped, but this one, I mean, you could easily pull in a, full-size vehicle, have room to open the doors and that kind of thing.
I'm just going to point it out. They even did the additional trim right here in the garage. And then right here, you got a nice storage closet. It goes up behind the door there as well.
So on the front of the house, you saw that push out there where that lap siding is.
That's correct. That's correct. Let's get on back to the inside. All right, y'all, we got one more thing on this hall, and it is your guest bedroom right here. As we walk in, it's a nice sized guest bedroom. You've got a window looking out into the side yard. You got the double doors walking into this closet. I called it walking in, right? Because I feel like it's really walk into it. I call it a step-in closet.
It's really, it's pushing the boundaries of a step-in.
Well, let's get in and just show Jared, because it's misleading. You actually have a hanging rod here and there, so you got more hanging space than it appears as if you were just looking into the space.
Y'all have to tell us, would you classify that as a walk-in closet or a step-in? It's kind of like a pond in a lake. Where's the thing?
I call it a step-in. I would call it a step-in.
But I think this room right here that we're coming out of, I think that being on this wing of the home is one of the reasons that this floor plan in particular is so popular.
Okay, all right, let's go this way real quick, Jerry. This is what I was talking about earlier. I was like, I might have went the wrong way at first. Because as soon as we turn this way, we have our walk-in pantry with plenty of shelving here. And there's even a built-in behind the door here that you can't see. And then across the hall here, you have your own little office area. And then, of course, you also have some storage over here behind this wall.
I like that.
And then we're going to go to the other side of the home to catch the other two guests.
We're not going to go into the primary yet?
No, we're going to do it later.
Okay. We're going to hold it off?
Yeah.
You got a surprise in there?
Well, maybe. All right, come on this way, Jerry, now. Quit playing.
Like an 8-foot opening again here coming off the living room.
And then we have guest bedroom number 2. This was on the back of the home, looking into the backyard. And this was not exactly like the one because it doesn't have the depth. So this would be your normal regular closet, but you can see how they got the shelving there built in the hanging rods.
Now you do see here, oh, well, what are you about to say?
Do you notice the ceiling height?
It is pretty high in here.
It's taller than normal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I know some of y'all watching, you don't like to have carpet and some of you do. We do have the carpet in the bedrooms here. Personally,
Jared likes the carpet.
I prefer that. And this is a nice carpet too, so it looks.
This is a Berber carpet, so a higher end carpet here. This would be guest bedroom number 2. Obviously, it's bigger than the one across the house there, but you got double vanities here. You got the storage in between. You got the satin nickel pull, satin nickel hardware, and you got your towel here, and you got the insert there. And then as we turn this way, this will be guest bedroom number 3. And of course, that one is looking out into the front yard. That mirrors the closet on the one we just walked out of, the guest bedroom we just walked out of. And you still have the ceiling height as well.
You missed one thing. Open up this door over here.
Oh, you got a closet here. I like how they did this in the corner.
I do like how they connected it there.
And of course, you got, this could be hanging, storage, or linen here as well. All right, Jared. All right. We hadn't really talked about it. You got a little glimpse of it earlier, but let's get out there and check out that back patio. Now, Jared, this is the back patio. Look how big this is.
This thing's huge. Of course, you got the same height ceiling, kind of like we've been seeing in most of the house inside, but nice little accent up here.
Yes, you got the
beaded
board there. Obviously, we got our brick like we had on the front. We got the width, we got the depth, and obviously you can tell it goes more that way. They've got the plug-ins over here in the corner and right here in the corner for, you know, lights and stuff like that. We got our gas log fireplace with a solid wood beam here. I mean, imagine you could easily, if you wanted to, screen this in.
Oh yeah, you screen this in. I mean, this is a great entertainer's house because you got just tons of room out here on the back patio. I mean, set your TV up over there. I just hang out here.
You know, I didn't bring it up on the front of the home, but you also have this soffit here with the vented wood here.
The separated vent there going up.
So it vents out and goes out through the ridge fin up top there. But this is what I was talking about the yard, Jared. You got a flat, usable yard here. If you look down that way, you can kind of see it. You see how that one's sloping, right? So you got a premium lot here as well. And it goes from that wooden stake to that wooden stake over there.
Turn around so y'all can see the stake all the way over there.
And you had actually mentioned it out front. Look how wide it is over here on the side yard.
Oh yeah, so you're not just cramped up in here. You know, some of these neighborhoods, you go out and you can stand in between them and touch both houses, right?
It's kind of like I'm just gonna do it like a stamp. This is more than a stamp.
Oh yeah, you got some room to spread out here.
All right, y'all know what time it is, right? It's time to see if that primary is big boy approved.
Let's go. So here we are, y'all. The pièce de résistance, what you have all been waiting for. We gotta see what this primary suite owner's retreat looks like. Now, first off, I love this. So you already saw this earlier where we have the office and the pantry, but it gives you great separation from that kitchen.
I do like that separation, Jared.
We have a ton of room in here. This is a massive primary suite. Your king size bed easily fits right here between the windows. Or maybe you could put it here as well.
I like it on that wall.
I think I do too. I think I'd probably go on that wall. But either way, you got the choice of which way you want to set it up. And then in here, I told y'all we had another vaulted ceiling, but a little extra detail on this one. Because you have the 3 beams going across there with your fan. So I like that extra detail. And then we're gonna come on into this ensuite. And this one is actually a pretty spacious suite. Now you have some room here. Y'all let me know, because you have some room here. I think you could put like something right here, maybe a little furniture piece or something like that.
I think a furniture piece would work perfectly right there, Jim.
You don't usually, in a house like this, at this size, have a primary bathroom where you've got room to put a piece of furniture in the bathroom, okay? So you got kind of a unique little spot there. But then over here we have our split vanity, again, with plenty of storage. And I love that we put this in here, again, to kind of firmly separate those spaces, but also give you all that storage that you have. And before we get to the rest of it, let's come on to this closet, because I think the closet is pretty special on its own, because we got a double wide sneaker rack for you there, and still plenty of space, because y'all know, say it with me, nobody touches our Mississippi closets. We got them beat, I think, pretty much everywhere we go here, because they come out And these are built on site. We don't do the cheap prefab stuff unless you...
Jared, call it what it is. It is custom built.
That's what
on
I'm saying.
site.
It's custom built on site. So you get that in pretty much all of our local Mississippi builders, and most of our builders in this market, if you didn't know, are local. We only have really one national builder.
Jared, that's right. But what's that behind you?
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Well, long-time watchers already knew, but that is your water comes in here. You can cut it off. What's it called, Charles?
Your Metablock system.
I'm sitting here. It's been so long since I've opened the door on one of those and tried to take a video. I'm trying to think, what's the word? And it's man of something. Man of block.
Finally, a word you didn't remember.
It happens to Charles all the time. I have to kind of catch him up. So it's about time you catch me. Well, yes, your man of block, or as Charles likes to call it, your, what do you say, the electrical system?
It's like the electrical breaker panel to your plumbing system.
There you go. That's what it's like, your breaker panel, but for water. That's a good way to describe it. Now, you saw on this side of the primary suite. Let's check it out over here because we got to start. Are we throne room certified? And the thing is, I just want to make sure that I don't have to like maneuver to close the door because that happens sometimes. Okay, it does.
Sometimes it's almost hitting the toilet, Jared, the door.
It is. Sometimes I'm telling you, like it's like I haven't even seen this. I'm not joking. Where there'll be a cut in the door right here. I have seen it.
Where'd you see that at?
I was showing a house probably a couple years ago.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I promise.
I hadn't even seen that.
Hand on the Bible. I've seen that. Anyway, you also have your thermostat in there for your tankless hot water heater. But this tub, you know, I don't even have to do this, Charles.
No, that I can tell by looking at it.
Because I can tell you, this thing is easy. Look at this.
Yeah.
I can lay down and go to sleep in here.
Hey, that kind of looks like one of those big soaking tubs, doesn't it?
Okay, well, a huge soaking tub.
That is a huge soaking tub.
That's what
I'm talking about those freestanding ones.
Well, this is bigger than you usually get with the freestanding. That's the problem with the freestanding is that you don't usually get this kind of space. If you want plenty of room, 100%, 200% big boy approved tub, you got that here. And
well, you know what I like about this, Jared?
I already know what you're going to say. Go ahead and say it.
You don't have to worry about your stuff falling off the edge because it's got the wall there. But they even took that tile and brought it up extra high.
That's right. So you're not worried about the water getting on the drywall here. But yes, you don't have anything falling behind. You don't have to clean behind it.
Yeah.
You know? So that makes that easy. And then one more thing, the final piece of the puzzle is this. Whoa. I almost turned my, you know, I did that last week. Turn the water on, say they're trying to play around too much.
That would have been funny.
Almost took a shower.
That would have been funny.
Almost took a shower here on camera. To tell you that this is easily big boy proof, just don't spin around. That's not a good idea. You shouldn't do that.
I mean, I can spin around.
Well, I mean, I can spin around too, but keep your balance and don't slide into the handle. That's the point.
Hey,
okay.
Hey, Jared, as we get older, trust me, I know I'm learning this in my workout that balance can be an issue. And I'm not that old, I don't think.
That is one of the big things with aging. They tell you got to keep your balance up. So I gotta work on that. Watch out, Charles. You're gonna run into the wall. Scooch over this way. There you go. Okay, now y'all have seen the entire house, and this house is available right now. So if you like it, there's a link down in the description. You can get all the details. If you're looking for something like this or something completely different, y'all call, text, email. And if you want to see all the places around and maybe learn a little bit about Mississippi before you maybe move here, check it out on the playlist right there. See you later.